from him. I mean, once he's on, he won't let go. That's his entire thing. That's his whole purpose. Like deep back of the mouth, all the way to his back canines. He'll sit in there and he won't. You can punch him, you can poke his eyes out, you can do what you need, but he won't let go until I make him let go. So, yeah.
Why is he trained in Dutch?
Great question. So it's just the kennel he came from. My other dog was trained in Czech, and he was from the Czech Republic. So it's just where Chase came from. You asked me earlier if I got to pick Chase's name, and I didn't. His previous handler, who unfortunately was hurt, his son actually got the name Chase, and I think it's because they watch too much Paw Patrol. So, definitely not as friendly as that is.
I was telling him about the history of the dog a little bit there for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How about did competitions with it?
Yeah. Chase was essentially selected by his previous handler was one of the breeders for the company we go through, and he does. It's called Schützenhound. It's like a European police dog company, competition. And from a puppy, he liked Chase. He picked him, and that's why they bred him or trained him to do all the bite stuff and all the other stuff. So.
Are most dogs trained
Yes and no. So she asked me if the dogs were mostly trained out in the United States. It's not. So the training is introduced wherever they're born. Typically that is in Europe. The narcotics will be printed or imprinted on the dog. They'll be put in a large odor of it, rewarded, so they know, oh, this is kind of good. If I find this, I get some sort of reward. It's very minimal bite stuff, very minimal tracking stuff, and then they're imported to the States as a green dog, meaning they have the capabilities, and then companies will buy that dog and then train them themselves. So, good question.
What kind of dogs are all used?
That's another great question. So typically what you'll see now is two really kind of the same, two breeds in particular you'll see at police departments. German Shepherds, which have been used for a long time, and something you're seeing a lot more of now are Belgian Malinois. The Sheriff's Office, the Des Moines County Sheriff's Office has 2 Belgian Malinois. They are exactly the same, as intelligent, just smaller, more compact. So Tank, which is the county's dog, I think he weighs about 50 to 60 pounds. He's significantly more compact, but with all the same capabilities, all the same bite capabilities. The Shepherds are always the bigger, and Chase is 100 pounds, he's massive. It's just kind of one of those things. The only really big differences are working life, because with Chase being 100 pounds, jumping into the squad car, jumping out of the squad car every night wears him down quicker, so you'll get a lot more life out of the Belgian Malinois. But other dogs are good at other things. So you'll notice I talked earlier about the DuPage County Sheriff's Office and how they have 8 bloodhounds. The bloodhounds are the big, droopy-faced dogs with the big ears and the big nose. So their bloodhounds are all cadaver and narcotics dogs. So those dogs are significantly better. They have a larger olfactor, which is the part of the dog's brain that is with odor. That's why they use those dogs for those. The German Shepherds and the Malinois are obviously bred to be a little bit more aggressive in terms of apprehension, which is why you'll see a lot of those at police departments. So, but I've seen, there's a Canine Max who works with the fire marshal. He is actually trained to smell accelerants, so anything that can ignite or lights quickly, Canine Max can sniff it out. I've also seen a black lab with the DCI or the State Patrol who can smell electronics, so cell phones, computers, SIM cards, flash drives. He found a flash drive in the roof of a house once, and this is just a black lab. So you can really kind of tailor your needs to what you want. Obviously those 2, Canine Max and this other dog, the black lab, aren't bite dogs, so there's no need for it, and they wanted them to be friendly, and I think they have them. I think Canine Max has in his office, like he just runs around the building and everybody pets and loves on him. So that's a good question. But really, you can train any dog to bite. I was trying to train my dog to bite, but she's just not in her. She just doesn't want to do it. So. Anything else? Any other questions? Right on. Well, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Let's give it up for him, guys.